and welcome to this week's episode of the Live Conversations. This program is brought to you by the Contact Center Association of Zimbabwe, which is the leading voice in advocating for great customer experience, service excellence, as well as service delivery. I'm your host, Carol Konje, and as usual, we bring in different customer experience experts into the studio to discuss more of these issues. And to discuss more, today I have invited Mr. Walter Takawira. He is the head voice branch for Stanbic Bank Zimbabwe, and he is also a board member for Contact Center Association of Zimbabwe. And today we would like to talk about customer loyalty. What is it? What does it take for a customer for us to say, no, now we have a loyal customer? And to discuss more, we'll be talking more of it with Mr. Takawira. Walter, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Carol.
How is it at Stanbic?
Good. We're doing fine.
All right. Let's just get into our program.
You.
In your view and experience, how would you define customer experience? What is it?
So to me, Carol, customer experience is the inducement of an emotion that creates what I would call an unmatched memory and relationship between a consumer and the provider of a service. Yeah.
All right. And today we'd like to talk about customer loyalty.
Sure.
What is it?
So customer loyalty, Carol, is basically the level of satisfaction that's attained by the consumer. So it views a service provider as the sole supplier, let's say, of a desired product or service, and the consumer then has to eliminate all the possibilities that they have. You get it? That they get their product or service from just that sole provider of that service and product. Yeah.
Okay.
To me, that's customer loyalty.
All right.
Yeah.
We talk of loyal customers all the time. This one is a loyal customer, eh?
Yes,
But
yes.
what does it take for an organization or a corporate or any other business to say, now we have a loyal customer? What are the steps?
Okay, so for me, the steps basically is, first and foremost, is knowing your customer. You need to have the identity of who you are dealing with, their background information, all their tests, you get it, so that when you're modeling their products and services, you really know who you're targeting. So knowing your customer is intricate as far as the steps to loyalty is concerned. Then secondly, to me, is you need to create a customer loyalty program. If you get what I'm saying, then you set up a kind of a referral program as well, where you want your customer to be looking back and say, no, I'm satisfied with this. Can I recommend the service that I've gotten, probably to their pals, friends, and so forth. Then you need to have clear communication of the strengths and weaknesses of your products and services. That is, provide product information to the customer so that when they choose the products and services, they know what they're getting into, they know what they are applying for, they know what they are buying, purchasing, something like that. Yes. Then you also need to encourage customer feedback. In a way, you want to build customer data, the voice of the customer, to say what is it that the customer wants. So their feedback is quite intricate as far as that is concerned. Then you also want to store customer information. You have as much information as you can with regards to your customers. Yeah, to me, those are the steps.
All right.
that you
So,
can follow, yeah.
as a follow-up, how do you enforce customer feedback
So,
or encourage customer feedback?
yeah, correct. It depends on the kind of service that the customers are getting. Is it a contact service, or is it online services, or what kind of interaction do you have? So for contact services, I think you would know from back then, I think in retail shops, police stations, there used to be what we call suggestion boxes. Yeah, when customers interact with you, they observe whatever they observe. You want them to then give you feedback. They write down whatever they have observed, then they put in the suggestion boxes. Then online, you always see these days that whenever you have interactions online with many companies, they always strive to say, how did you feel about the interaction that you have had with us? Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you think organizations are doing enough in maintaining their customers?
So to me, yes. Yes and no, because some are not. But if you look at it, with the introduction of new technologies and big data, data analytics to me is a clear signal that businesses, seeking to understand their clients by putting, what we can call tailor-made products and services for their customers. So in trying to understand clients and their behavior, businesses then attain, their loyalty we are talking about. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So there are cases where you take all the steps to get a loyal customer.
Yes.
You have a loyal customer, but we've also had customers would they just say, I used to be a loyal customer, but no, this one, I'm no longer a loyal customer, moving to maybe another bank, or I'm using another, maybe another insurer, or what. What turns away a loyal customer?
So to me, disgruntlement that you have just explained is a result of a number of factors. Mainly, you would find poor customer service is at the core of these issues that drives customers away. It may unpack in many ways, unearth in many experiences, like, the failure to illustrate value in product and services offered. The customer does not have knowledge or adequate knowledge of what they are getting into. Then you can also have inconsistency in the service that you're offering. You're not offering your service consistently. Today, customer has this feel. Tomorrow, they have a different experience altogether about the same product and service. I think that causes the disgruntlement we are talking about. Then, when you put customer needs secondary to what you're doing, I think it impacts on poor service, because basically we are saying you are looking at other issues that affect you, or probably your bottom line, ahead of customer needs. Customers feel that when they get into your area, into your premise, into your place of into your business, that I'm not prioritized here. You get it? So that way it affects them. Then basically, when the customer feels that the product or service that I'm getting here is not commensurate, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, it gives them a sense to say, I'm not satisfied. Yeah, okay. And it compromises loyalty. They are forced to then look sideways or
so
explore options.
What then can be done to convince a once loyal customer to come back?
Yeah, so
is it possible?
Very possible. Very possible. The issues of customer feedback we spoke about earlier on also invoke what we call retention methods. You also need to get feedback from a customer that has left your business. It may entail calling them or even visiting them to find out from them what their experience was, or what drove them from leaving your businesses. Yeah.
All right, this is the Life Conversations brought to you by the Contact Center Association of Zimbabwe. And today we are discussing customer loyalty. And like I said at the beginning of the show, today I am with Mr. Walter Takawira. He is the head voice branch for Stanbic Bank Zimbabwe. And he's also a board member for Contact Center Association of Zimbabwe. All right, so let's talk about customer experience in the social media era. Do you think it's possible to have loyal customers during this era where there's feedback on social media and people can go and attack an organization or a product? Kuhakira information.
Correct. So normally businesses are trolled on social media if unsatisfactory service has been rendered. That's the norm. I think, in Zimbabwe we have this page like your name and shame. Yeah. That in turn, I think it's forcing businesses to render exceptional service, which in turn creates loyalty in the medium to long term. But basically, what you want to do to your customers is just to offer consistent service and stay in tune. Always keep the customer informed of whatever you're doing. When you're bringing in new products and services, inform the customer. Develop them with the voice of the customer. Yes, they will have a better understanding of what you're doing.
But social media is something that you cannot run away from, and some of the business they've been shut down because of that. How best can that be, addressed, to keep a loyal customer?
So you also need to have your own social media team within the business to attend to social media comments and sentiments that are coming through. And address any negative comments that may affect the business as they happen. You don't need to wait, then react after you see, boom. Yeah, all trending out there.
Yeah.
You see.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about your view on employee satisfaction, its effect on customer loyalty. Because what you're offering an employee comes as a result of what that person is going to offer to a customer.
That's quite intricate, Carol. So to me, employees, especially the frontline staff, are the face of an organization and are a reflection of the health of an organization. You will find that employees tend to engage clients the same manner that the employer engages with them. So you see, there is considerable risk to neglect the welfare of your employees.
All right. So let's talk about your last words to organizations. What would be your advice to them so that they can keep their customers, maintain their customers' needs, and also recruit other customers and so that they become loyal as well?
Correct. So customer service is intricate these days. It's quite handy. Competition, I think, in businesses is now defined chiefly on customer experience. I would urge businesses out there to ensure that their customer-facing staff do have the requisite skills. I understand we offer training here at the Customer Contact Center Association of Zimbabwe through CCAZ. You would want those skill sets to be handy in the market out there. So employers out there, businesses out there, let's recruit staff who have the necessary skill sets to serve in the appropriate portfolios that they occupy. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for coming to the show today.
Thank you, Carol.
It was quite informative.
Thanks so much.
All right. That was Walter Takawira. He is the head voice branch for Stanbic Bank Zimbabwe and also a board member for Contact Center Association of Zimbabwe. And today we're discussing customer loyalty, creating a double-edged customer expectation. And that was today's show. Catch me next week for a more insightful topic. I'm your host, Carol Konje. Goodbye.